Oh? Oh, hello? I think we're live? Are we live? Is it working? Is it gonna work? I think we're live. Okay. Oh my god, I don't know what the fuck happened there. But uh I really hope it doesn't happen again. That was a very stressful couple of minutes there. Jesus Christ. But everything seems to be working right now. So we're gonna keep playing the video game. And if I start dropping frames again, we might just have to mulligan this and just like call it quits because I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want you guys to have to deal with that. Also, like worst comes to worst, I can always drop by another streamer who's going live right now. But in the meantime, for now, we're gonna keep going, I guess, because everything seems to be working right up until it doesn't. There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at this on my phone too, just to make sure. All right, everything is good. Holy shit. Big Twitch trying to silence the rude vegetable. It's true. It's true. Also, Stream Elements says we're live again. Thank you, Stream Elements. And during Pride Month, too. I can't believe this. There we go. The machine spirits are displeased. Yeah. This is what I get for finally beating LEGO Horizon Adventures in my off time. I have displeased the machines. That's real, by the way. I did actually beat that game recently, and let me tell you, it's mid. Hup. I'm gonna keep an eye on things, though, because, like, this could happen at any moment. Where all of a sudden, my fucking internet decides, no, actually. I'm just gonna do this. I think this is working out so far. Oh, good, an ad break is starting soon because I had to restart stream. Wonderful. You hate to see it. I know this isn't gonna, like, fully take care of it, but, like, it would be really funny if it would. Okay. Because I still need to do this bit right here. It's the nice thing about these moving pieces, is they practically clean themselves. See? Just like that. Here we go. Alright, what part of this have I not completed yet? I'm trying to go for the slide separator right here. Oh, right there. Cat in the Hat looking house. Yeah, you're so right. Also, hi Will. Welcome in. There we go. Alright, we're already at 10% of the way through. And technically, I've been live for a little while now. Don't look at the actual stream timer, because that's messed up now. Thanks to technical issues. Cool. There we go. There's that. Finished this game the other day, so I started playing Peak with the homies. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I'm trying to get through it as much as I can. So we're on Funhouse right now. I think after this it's like 8 levels left is what I saw. So we're making good progress, methinks. Honestly, there was like a little part of me that was like, I don't know if I want to like stream PowerWash tonight, because I've been itching to play Marvel Rivals, but I also don't like streaming multiplayer games like that, so I was like, no, it'll be PowerWash tonight. But I will say, I did play a little bit of Rivals earlier, and let me tell you, Cyclops is so fun. I'm all about the surface cleaner, even if the perspective is off. I haven't tried too much of the surface cleaner. I suppose I could give it a shot. I did buy it again. So it's... I don't remember which one it is. Oh, it's this one. Yeah. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, that's gonna take some getting used to, I think. I think I'm gonna switch back to my professional duty. Here we go. There we go. I will say, I am very excited for the Star Wars pack. I can't wait to clean off the entirety of the Death Star. I think that'd be really funny. Spend like a month on that shit. Cleaning the Death Star one pile of rubble at a time. Yeah, it's not actually like the Death Star like while it's out in space or anything. It's like the ruins of the Death Star at the end of Rise of Skywalker. I love the idea of just like, yeah, guys, get in the ship. We're heading to fucking Kef Beer. We're gonna we're gonna clean this motherfucker. You just accidentally end up in the room where Rey finds like the Wayfinder and everything. There we go. You know what? Now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm kind of surprised they don't have like a drink at Galaxy's Edge called Kef Beer. Because that's the Endor moon where they find the Death Star ruins. But it's also funny because it sounds like beer. Ruins of the Death Star sounds kind of metal, actually. Yeah, it mostly is made of metal. But yeah, it also sounds cool as fuck, too. I think, like, they did calculations a while back on, like, how much, like, metal it would take to, like, build a real Death Star. And it was, like, completely infeasible. Um, which is also really funny when you consider that Ronald Reagan wanted to build one at one point, like for real. Was it Ronald Reagan? It was someone back then, like when those movies were first coming out, where it was like, yeah, we should build a real Death Star. And it's like, brother, you missed the point entirely of the movie. There we go. There we go. We'll use the yellow nozzle to get some of this tougher dirt off. I love you, kitchen gun. There we go. Reagan had plans for a military satellite program named Star Wars, which truly is a Torment Nexus type of moment. Yeah, it was not good because it was supposed to be a space laser too. That was the whole thing. Was it was supposed to be like a satellite with a laser on it. Actual Torment Nexus type shit. Like Jurassic Park levels of misunderstanding in terms of like uh the whole point of that book is like and movie is like, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't build a theme park and fill it with dinosaurs. And of course this is all being like a metaphor for like, you know, let's, take this new scientific endeavor slowly and not immediately try to, package it and sell it and all that. And it's about don't go too far with science, don't go too far too fast with science, kind of thing. Um, and then there are people in real life that are like, oh, we should clone dinosaurs. Actually, it's like, well, no, they literally told you not to do that. Personally, I'm just glad we had common sense and now make things like the Artemis program. Yeah, Artemis is so cool. Dude, I haven't felt like hope for humanity in a long time as much as I have with the Artemis program. And I know that sounds a little silly to say because it's just like, oh, they didn't even actually make it to the moon or anything. They just kind of went around it. But the fact that they did that proves not only is it still possible, and we could have been doing it at any time, really, but, like, now we have the chance to go back and do more missions and everything. It's really cool. I fucking love space, dude. Can't wait to land back on the moon, yeah. I demand that the castle from Gateway Galaxy is built on the moon. I want a little statue of Gru, actually, from Despicable Me, to be placed on the moon. Put it right next to the American flag that got left there 50 years ago. Um, this is the thing. It'll be interesting to see, like, once we do land on the moon again, it's like, what happened to that flag? Because presumably it's still there, but, like, it's also been blasted with solar radiation for the last 50-plus years. Artemis 2 went further into space than any previous manned mission, so still a huge milestone. Yeah, oh, definitely. And the pictures that came out of it, like, oh my god. The fact that we can take high-definition cameras out to, like, the edge of explored territory is crazy, dog. Like, um, there were some shots that were taken on an iPhone camera that look just breathtaking, you know? Pretty sure that flag is, like, bleached white now. Oh, I would have to imagine. Again, because it's been blasted with unfiltered solar radiation for half a century. Like... I'd be surprised if it wasn't bleached white. It's not like the moon has an atmosphere. It's not like there's, like, an ozone layer protecting it or anything. Like, flags on Earth will get bleached white given enough time, you know? If you let it sit out in the sun for too long. Can't believe that the far side of the moon did not, in fact, contain the Michael Bay movie Transformers 3 Dark of the Moon. It is a shame, but, you know, sometimes in science you have to accept where the fantasy ends and reality begins. I'm going to turn into a truck now. True, 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 true. Hi, stopping by before dinner.
Lamp
bed.
oil,
Oh,
rope,
well, thank you, Noel.
bombs. You want it?
It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies. What if we got there and there's a new flag we find? What would you do? Like not like any known flag either. Like God, could you imagine if it was just like a flag not placed by humans, not designed by humans, right? And it's just like, how the fuck did you get here? It's the aliens, I tell you. Gonna get future astronauts to wake up to the Cowboy Bebop opening. No, if I was an astronaut, my like alarm for waking up would be like full on just be the original Star Trek theme. There we go. There's a lot of carnival themed levels in this game that I'm realizing, you know. We get there, it's a new flag not representing any nation, but a new pride flag previously unknown. God, that would be funny. It's the flag for those of us who are space sexual, I think, actually, which I might be, 'cause I fucking love space. Homosexual space alien flag, hell yeah! Listen, happy fucking Pride Month, guys. I always love it when my space aliens are a little gay, you know? There's a bit in Jedi Survivor where you meet, like, a slug man and his boyfriend, and his human boyfriend. And he kind of looks like the slug guy from Rise of Skywalker. And he complains about how his species gets a little too much hate. You know, they're prejudiced against a little bit because they seem like they're always judging everyone, when in reality they just want to be left alone. And like that has to be like a reference to the whole, you know, live slug reaction meme, right? Like, come on. Live slug reaction? Yeah. Yeah, it's the same species. I forget what they're called, but I know the character's name in Rise of Skywalker. His name is Quad. He's a playable character in Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Um, Happy Pride Month to the folks in the Andromeda Galaxy. You know, this is going by quicker than I thought it would. I'm gonna regret saying that. I always do. I always regret saying that, but there we go. There we go. Can I hit this with? Yeah. 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 Oh, there's a door up there, I guess, that I can slide, even though I'm on a lower level. Alright, sure. Hell yeah. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Live slide reaction. I think I should just add that as like a thing on my overlay at some point, is just Claude doing live slug reaction. Or maybe I'll draw a turnip doing that. Like just in that meme. Live turnip reaction. You know what would be really funny, I think, actually, is if I do this. Friend clipped our game of Peak earlier, and at one point I caught in tornado and straight up made the Lego Yoda death sound. I think a very underrated death noise from that game is Boba Fett. Or no, not Boba Fett. It's Jango Fett. Because he goes, "Yeah, me." Welcome back, Shin. You haven't missed much, just the fun house. Alright, that's that wall done. Fantastic. Huh? Since my watch streak was maintained, fuck yeah. Never forget when we lost unnamed Bespin guard. Pour one out for his loss. Are you an unnamed Bespin guard, or are you a rebel friend? I don't care what anyone says, rebel friend is my goat. Someone is definitely going to try to make a beat with the PowerWash 2 Funhouse. Oh, I'm sure it's already happened. This game's been out long enough. Probably happened 2 days after the game came out, quite honestly. Like when people were playing full-length classical music in Majora's Mask. Oh, yeah. I still think that stuff's impressive. There we go. I would have sooner died than continued to, hold on. I would have sooner died than continued to be Andor alive. But I also understand that he only did what he had to do to live as well as for the revolution to live. I think I know what you tried to say. um well, think about it this way, is Cass and really the whole rest of the crew of Rogue One. I know that Jin is like the sort of unofficial main character of Rogue One, but like it really is an ensemble film at the end of the day, and I think with the addition of Andor as like a TV show, like it really adds depth to Cassian's character specifically. You know, it's the kind of thing where it's like, man, now I like this character more, even though he wasn't ever technically the main character up until this point. But I think they did what they needed to do, you know, for everyone to live. They made the ultimate sacrifice. And good on them, because I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would not have been brave enough to look death in the face and be like, yes. He's a cleverly written character. This then poses the question, are we Mando or just Lorian? I think that depends on the day for me. Here we go. There we go. This is what I'm going to do on these ones. Who's Lorian? What's up, Doug? Who's Joe? What's Ligma? Who's Steve Jobs? That's what I want to know. Who is he? It's so sad Joe went to SOCON. Who's Joe? So no matter what I say here, I lose. You can just lose less hard. You're so right. I feel like this thing right here, this bit right here in the middle that I'm currently cleaning off, this is a safety, like, hazard, no? Like, kids are gonna fall down this thing and hit their head on the way down and have to go to the hospital and get stitches. The children yearn for the dubious swirling structure. That is also true. That I can't deny. Listen, if it spins, it's cool. All right? If it moves at all, if it makes any sort of locomotion, it's gonna make me go loco with motion. Editor, cut that out. What part of... Okay, I guess that part of the frame is what I missed. part of this house is supposed to be fun, really, at the end of the day? Because this seems like it's just going to make a bunch of kids, like, sick to their stomachs, you know? They've been eating cotton candy and popcorn all day. They're coming to this place. It's all fucking spinny and topsy-turvy. Every play area used to have one completely unsafe thing. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm not going to deny that. I can't speak to anything over in your neck of the woods, but, like, no, there was definitely something a little unsafe in most play areas around here, too. That being said, we had a couple of really cool playgrounds near where I grew up. Um, there was one in particular that my mom would take me and a friend to all the time, and it was this massive, massive playground. It had like a castle and like a miniature zip line, and that was the unsafe thing in that one. But it was super neat. I wonder if it's still there. I sincerely doubt it, but it would be cool if it was. I'll have to look it up later. I don't even remember what it was called. I remember vaguely where it was. I just don't remember the name of it at this point. Personally, I miss the horizontal metal bar with a 4-meter drop underneath. Genius design and definitely safe. Yeah, sure. Like I said, ours had like a pseudo zip line on it, so I get it. I do understand. But no, apparently there was like a whole company that made like a business, at least out here, on like making these really, really massive playgrounds. Couldn't tell you anything about them. All I know is that it was like a big thing. Oh God, we're dropping frames again. Jesus. I'm gonna try to get this level done at least. I still love climbing trees more than the actual park stuff. I was the total opposite. I liked the park stuff more. No, I'll have to look it up here in a second. Once I'm done with this wall, I kind of want to like actually take a look at it because now I'm curious. Alright. I'm keeping an eye on the frames. I know we're dropping again, and this sucks. It's not as bad as it was earlier, but like it's still not good. So I'm keeping an eye on that. I want to at least get this level done. I really do. Okay. Seems perfectly watchable right now. All right. I'll take your word on that. Okay. Sorry, I'm like looking this up. I'm trying to remember. Oh fuck yeah, I think I found it. And I am totally cool with saying what it is and where it was because this was like 20 years ago that I went to this place. It's the Magic Forest Playground, aka Rainbow Park in Ormond Beach, Florida. I used to go there all the time as a kid. Um, 'Cause, at the time, My mom was working as a babysitter for this family, and so what she would do is she would take me and this, kid that she was babysitting, and just head on down to this playground, and she would just kind of let us loose. All right, everything seems to be working again, so I hope it does. Of course, as soon as I say that, we start dropping frames again. This is fine. There we go. All right. Now, the sound room did not take nearly as long. I mean, granted, it is also a much smaller space. There we go. That's that one done. And then, if I slide the door here. Hey. I've got to go as I've got a lot going on tomorrow, but I hope the power washing goes well. I hope you have a good night. We'll get some rest. And I hope you have a good time with whatever is going on tomorrow. Well, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Oh, goodness. Okay. Twirl is done. Oh, it's another sliding door. Okay. Ew. This place is disgusting. Like, I'm gonna close that up just so I'd remember that that's a door. The door. Thank you, Fallen. How's it going? There we go. Blowing the dust out of my PS5 before I pack it to move for the next 4 months? Oh, shit. Well, I hope your move goes well. No, I was playing on my PlayStation earlier, because I wanted to play some Marvel Rivals. That and Crossworlds have been like the big things for me on PlayStation as of late. I don't know, man. I've been kind of in a weird funk with gaming recently, like outside of streaming, where it's like I have games I want to play, but I also have games that are coming out soon that I really want to play. What I gotta do is I gotta actually work through my backlog. I still need to finish the new Yoshi. So I'm on the last world of that one, I think. It'll go easy just moving home for post-surgery since I won't be walking for at least 3 months. It's like 15 miles. That's not bad. That's shorter than my last move anyway. And also the move before that. Much shorter than the move before that. Um, freaking ads. Yeah, sorry. But at least with ads, I know that the stream is working. Which I wasn't able to guarantee earlier, apparently. Oh, God. There we go. Here we go. Come on. There we are. What? Okay, there's that one. Oh, good. Sari says we're back. Why does this door have a hole shaped like the boomerang logo? Yeah, I find out tomorrow if they did the insurance appeal in time since insurance denied the operations with 5 days to spare, so I may be doing this for nothing. Damn, that sucks. Um, I, I need medical insurance companies to not be literally Satan. Um, I think that would be really cool. We could live in a brighter world if only insurance companies weren't literally Satan. On an unrelated note, my favorite Mario character is Luigi. Um, because apparently being able to walk is deemed not medically necessary. I mean, I listen, as I want to clarify that I do not agree with the insurance company on this, but like, yeah, I guess it's not. It just seems like kind of a dick move to be like, oh, actually, no, we're going to force you to not be able to walk. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I get it. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I think the reasoning they gave is technically it's that Fate Stay Night meme of just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right. You know, this is a legit moment where I could actually say that out loud and not sound ridiculous. You know. Specifically after covering everything else for 2 years, it braces, medications, topical, even the MRI that told us we wasted our time for 2 years. Damn. know, man. I just want everyone, like, this is my ideal world. Is I want everyone to be happy and get along, and also for insurance companies to not be literally the worst. Um, Maybe that's naive, but like, I truly believe that if people stop being so fucking greedy and all this shit, we could live in a utopia. They also suddenly stopped covering like four of my meds that I've been on for decades halfway through the year. Oh, yeah, no, like I said, literally Satan. What I want to know is like, what even is the point of like stopping medical coverage, right? Because like, surely these companies understand the idea that, oh, if this person like dies suddenly, they won't be able to pay us more money, so we have an incentive to keep them alive. But hey, I didn't go to business school, so what the fuck do I know, I guess. It's like the old John Oliver bit from I think last year when he was talking about Boeing, where he was like, "We went to business school. Get on our plane." It's like, I don't think these people understand like really the industry they're in. So I contact my PCP and ask if they can prescribe something similar. Well, we can't do that unless we see you in the office in 6 weeks when I have an open appointment. Yeah, that's gonna be 6 weeks too late is the problem. Meanwhile, I haven't had a medication in 3 weeks. Yeah, no, that's... I'm sorry, but going for more than 2 months without medication that you need, uh, sucks ass. Sucks ass. It's not good. On an unrelated note, blue, pink, white, happy Pride Month. Especially if it's things that help with motor controls and muscle controls. Yeah, exactly. It's stuff you need. Why are they denying it? Other than just being evil. I know what the answer is. It's they're being evil, but like, besides that, what is even the point? That's why even though I technically have insurance, I don't use it, or I try not to as much as possible. Because, like, no matter what, I'm gonna end up going bankrupt, right? No matter what I do. Whether I go to the doctor or not, you know? Or whether, well, I guess whether I'm insured or not, because they could still just fucking deny it. Now's when I want to talk about my favorite Mario character, Luigi. I think he's really cool. I really like Luigi from the Super Mario franchise. There's no other reason I'm bringing this up. I just really like talking about video games and my favorite character, Luigi. Luigi Macaroni. You know that, like, if they hadn't already gone with the idea that they're called the Mario Brothers, Nintendo probably would have named them, like, Macaroni or something, right? Anyway. Uh, if Mario's brother got married, would that be Luigi matrimony? I think it would be. Alright, let me slide this door. Oh. Oh, it's from the other side there. Cool. Who would he marry? Birdo? He would marry Daisy. They got a thing going on. I mean, God, just look at all the fucking statues on Daisy's circuit. If it's not Daisy, it's probably Luigi. Oh, he's a charity case. Nah. No, I like I do actually like the pairing of Luigi and Daisy. They're very cute together. Daisy's a very outgoing, like, very tomboyish person, and Luigi's kind of like a scaredy cat. I really like that pairing. It's very cute. Daisy's absolutely the kind of person that's like, this is my Luigi. If anything happens to him, I'm killing everyone in this room and then myself. Um, okay, cool. We made it back outside now. That's got to count for something. There we go. Although, since it is Pride Month, I will say that Luigi's also a very good pairing for Bowser. Have you seen the chemistry they have in the movies? It was like the best part of this Mario Galaxy movie was Luigi's whole thing with Bowser. It was very sweet. Listen, I've one of three, and we don't watch the dark web. Oh, geez. No, I don't know that. I don't like that. I think I know what you're talking about. The one that Nintendo bought the copyright to specifically so that nobody would fucking distribute it. If that's the one you're thinking of, then yeah, man. There we go. All right. Let's see if I can get this. Uh. There we go. What note is it? Hang on. Oh, hang on. I fucked it up there at the end. That was supposed to be Nevermore from Persona 4. I'm really looking forward to Persona 4 Revival, alright? I don't like how many fences I've had to clean off, you know? These are always the worst ones to do. Just fences and fence posts and balconies and stuff like that. I know if it was just oops all walls, it'd be boring, but like, I don't know. I don't like how many of these there are. Hmm. What if I grabbed this? What if I grabbed this? There we go. No, I'm super stoked for Persona 4 Revival. Persona 4 is my favorite Persona game, and well, Persona 4 Golden specifically. Um, but in a lot of my friend groups, I feel like I'm the only one that's actually played 4, because everyone else just kind of gravitates towards 3 or 5. So I can't wait for all my friends to realize what they've been missing out on this whole time. I've heard it said before that when it comes to like the Persona series, you know, because everyone forgets about 1 and 2, but like 3's got the best story, 4 has the best characters, 5 has the best style. So I really can't wait to see what happens when they combine everything great about Persona 4, Persona 5 Royal, and Persona 3 Reload. Uh, I'm also kind of biased, I think, towards 4 just because it was like the first Persona game I got into. So I do have a little bit of bias there, but also, goddamn, I love that game, and I can't wait for Revival. It's a very necessary, I think, update. Because like as much as I like that game, it's very clunky and cumbersome. So I think getting a fresh coat of paint is really going to help. Well, shit. Oh, you know what? I fucking missed all of this back here, I guess. Oh, hello there. I will say, if you're planning on getting into the Persona series, the nice thing about it is that all of the games are sort of self-contained, so you don't have to play one in, you know, before the other. They are also very long games, so I wouldn't recommend doing that anyway. um, but I think 5 Royal is probably a good starting spot for a lot of newcomers to the series. 3 Reload I heard is pretty good. Um, so I should probably play that at some point. I think my only issue with 4 Revival is I don't think it's coming out on Switch 2 at all, which is a damn shame because 3 Reload came out on Switch. And I have 5 Royal on Switch as well. And for me, when it comes to for this is like a personal thing is when it comes to like those big long 80-hour visual novel JRPG kind of things. Um, I feel like the Switch is the right console to go for it because it's both a home console and a handheld. So it's like, yeah, you give it all the space you need on the TV when you're doing like the big important, action adventure stuff, but then when you're in like the visual novel stuff, like having it on a portable console feels right at home. I don't know, it's like it's a weird thing for me. I my brain is silly when it comes to video games, and I'm like, some games make sense to me as being on a cartridge or being on a disc or being a digital download. I don't know what it is. I think it's like the smaller the game, the smaller the format kind of makes sense to me. Um, so like a 2D platformer feels like it should be like a digital download to me. But then also like you go far back enough, then I understand it being on like a big chunky cartridge. I don't know. It's weird shit. It's weird shit. That's why some games I'm cool with just getting like the digital download, even though I'm like very much against like the idea of download only video games because I like still having physical media. Some games I'm cool with being like, yeah, that makes sense as a digital download. I don't know. It's weird. I'm weird. When I think of games like Shovel Knight or like Celeste or Cave Story, like a lot of those like indie games, Hollow Knight or Silk Song, like those games make sense as digital downloads to me. I don't know what it is. I don't. I really truly could not tell you why I think that way. But it's not just indie games too, because I think the same thing of Sonic Mania. I know technically that was like an independent developer, like outside of like Sonic Team, but like so by technicality, it's an indie game, but it's also Sonic the Hedgehog, so like I don't really count it. Um, so but like that game also makes sense to me as like a digital download instead of like a cartridge, even though like I would like to get my hands on a physical copy of that game at some point because it's good. Sonic Mania is a good game. There we go. I don't think I should be up here. Hang on. Uh, oh, there is something I missed. What did I miss? You. Okay. Okay. Hey. Oh, God. Okay. We're almost done. We've got 15% more to go. Mm. What part of this did I miss? That part. Cool. We got it. Alright. Stretch break. I suppose I will. Thank you, Eden. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Here we are. Here we are in the future. Here we are in the future, and it's bright. I messed up my headphones doing that. I have a weird situation with my headphones because it's like they're technically Bluetooth headphones, but they have an audio jack. So I use the audio jack because I don't want to have to constantly use the Bluetooth feature all the time. But the cord I have for it kind of sucks ass. So it'll come loose every now and then. And then it like kind of messes up the audio a bit. So I have to like kind of readjust it every so often. It sucks, and I need a new audio cord. Yo, you're in the future. Quick, what's the winning lottery number? The winning lottery number is 69,420. Trust. There we go. Oh, this part's perfectly fine back here, I guess. Don't need to power wash that bit. You know what? I'm not complaining. If they had made me power wash this entire building, I think I would have lost my mind a little bit. Damn, I already had that. Wasting my time. I'm telling you, though, it's gonna win. Trust. Here we go. We're almost there. 10% to go. Honestly, we're not doing bad considering, like, I haven't really been streaming all that long, and also I had to deal with technical issues earlier, so that took a, like, good chunk of time, and trying to fix that. So, like, honestly, we're not doing too bad. go. There we go. Here we go. All right. There we go. I was like, I probably just missed something on the backside there. It's like I always say, you gotta hit it from the back. There we go. There we go. Okay, it looks like it's basically just this bit over here now that we have to do. There we go. What are you pointing at? What do you mean I didn't get all of this? I did, though. Oh, I didn't. Okay, there we go. There we are. I'll get the rest of that in a minute. Hey. Hey. There we go, that's a little bit better. I am gonna need L ladder. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. Got that one done. What else do I need to do? Bubble vestibule sliding door track 1 of 2. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna go the way that God intended. Oh. There we go. There we go. Did you cast a spell? What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. I still need to find the bubble vestibule sliding door track 1 of 2. It's this right here. What part of it did I miss? That part. How did I miss something over here? Oh. I am a dumbass, actually. There we go. Jesus Christ, of all the quotes that it could have pulled up. Alright. Exit platform barrier. Oh. Missed some stuff on this wall, I guess. Oh, right here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hey. Alright, rotator room, wall shape frame. Oh, I saw a little tiny bit of dirt right up here. Oh, and a bunch down here. Hey. Alright. Sign topper shape is the last thing we need to do. Can I hit it from down here, actually? I can hit it from down here. Fuck yeah. Alright, we did it. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Mm. I love a lot of this is just gonna be, yeah, complete nothing while I do the inside of the funhouse. Alright, let's see what we got next. Ski Center. This one seems like it's gonna take a minute. Out of curiosity. Anything fun and interesting in here? That. Cool. Fuck it, we ball. Alright. Get vertical with the abseiling swing. Get vertical, idiot. Oh, Jesus Christ. You really put us right in the thick of things, huh? Alright, well, you know what this calls for. Alright. There we are. Already off to a great start. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, good. It's doing this thing where it's like, oh, here's the interior of the thing, and now you gotta go do the whole rest of it. Good. Alright, cool. That was only 2% of it. Jesus Christ. That's kind of trippy. Why the floor got scratches? I'm choosing not to think about it. I would have to imagine it's probably like people in wheelchairs coming through, or like skis or stuff like that. Wheels probably, yeah. There we go. Cool. It's always fun when you get like two of them at once, and it like does an extra loud ding. So I quite like that. It's very satisfying. I mean, the dings in general are just kind of satisfying, but like especially when you get multiple at once. There we go. Okay. I was gonna say, do I have my ladders? I have my ladders. Here they are. feel like this one might take quite a bit longer than the last one, which is what I was afraid of. Fuck, I just forgot about air compressor and got up and kicked it. Oh dear. Oh dear, that does not sound fun. That sounds like it's extremely painful, actually. Like, my foot wasn't messed up enough. Yeah, like, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, okay. Alright. There we are. I want to get the rest of this wire, because I think it's just one big thing. Yeah. There we go. I really hope we don't have to go inside. It doesn't look like we do. It just looks like it's a lot of big stuff outside. Thank God. Still gonna take a minute. I do love the look of this place, though. It's very, Y2K. I don't know if you guys know this, but I like the Y2K aesthetic. I quite like it a lot, actually. I quite like things that remind me of the early 2000s. Um, can you guys tell that I like this sort of aesthetic? I don't think it's very obvious. There we go. There we go. Hmm. There we are. Alright, and then... solar panel up here. Seems like an interesting spot to put a solar panel, given that there's a thing right above it, but hey, what do I know? I'm no fucking designer. I'm no architect. I'm no Annabeth Chase. Because not only am I not an architect, but I actually have a pretty good relationship with my mother. That's how you know I'm not Annabeth Chase. I need to actually sit down and watch the new season of Percy Jackson at some point. Because, like, I keep telling myself I'm gonna, and then I don't. It's not out of lack of interest, I just don't, like... don't have the time, man. I'm not liking the fact that, you know, as much as I have cleaned already, that we're only at 13%. I don't really like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, Chief. This one might take a minute. It's like, I know there's a reason it didn't ding. It's because I missed the whole back side of this. There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. Oh, Jesus. It's not really like I can do much to speed this up either is the worst part, because this is about as powerful as my power washer gets. I mean, I could use like a like a tighter nozzle and everything, but like then I'm not covering as much surface area, and this seems to be doing fine right at the moment, so it's whatever. There we are. Is that supposed to be the moon up there? Looks a little too big to be the moon. That's no moon, it's a space station. This is actually subtle foreshadowing to the Star Wars pack coming to this game next month. There's like a little part of me that's gonna be that's like a little bit like I might not finish this level tonight. It seems like a lot. I'm gonna try to power through, but like I'm losing some steam here. I'm not gonna lie, gamers. Man. Now, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could? Oh, that would explain why I haven't been able to get it, is because I haven't gotten it. That is usually a hindrance to getting things, is when you don't get them. There we go. Okay. Alright, that'll do. Oh, God. Oh, and we're dropping frames again. Jesus. So I look away for 2 seconds. Can't have anything tonight. Oh, God. Okay. There we go. We hit 20%. We're getting somewhere, man. You know what? I'm gonna try to get to 25%, and then I'm probably gonna call it from there because, like, man, I've like run out of steam. I I I got nothing left in the tank right now. I think I'm still just kind of frustrated from dropping frames all fucking night and just like, uh... but that's alright because I have an idea of who we can go raid. Because I think it'll be funny. Alright, cool. I'm hoping that getting the rest of the floor here at least gets me to 25%. There we go. There we go. God, that flag was so filthy. We couldn't even see anything under all the dirt. Insane. There we go. Okay. Unlike modern orb-weaving spiders, it did not spin webs to catch prey, but instead used silk to create trip lines near its burrow. When prey triggered these lines, the spider would ambush and inject digestive juices into its victim before dragging it back into its burrow. There's your prehistoric animal fact for the day. Alright. Hell yeah. I'm glad you popped in because and did that for the night because man, I'm about to I'm about to end stream. I truly have nothing. So the spider is called a Mesotheliae. I hope I pronounced it right. Yeah, no, I'm like I don't know. I've been having some technical issues all night, and I have like no energy right at the moment. So I'm probably just gonna call it here in a bit. I'm gonna, you know what? I said I'd hit 25% and then be done. I'm gonna try to at least get some of this wall done. I did not give the notification for the stream. That's crazy because I had to start my stream twice. Like I said, I've been having some technical issues all night, so. I had to reset it, yeah. It was, I'll tell you what I did. So, the place I live in has sort of two Wi-Fi connections. So, I was on one, and I was having some issues with it, so I swapped to the other, and I was still having issues with it, so I shut down the stream, closed out of OBS, switched back to the first Wi-Fi setting, and then tried that again, and that still wouldn't work. So then I like quickly switched over to the second one, and that seems to have been working. I've still dropped over 12,000 frames according to OBS. which absolutely sucks ass. So, and it's kind of been like pretty intermittent, like going in and out tonight. So I think with that, I'm just gonna. One of my friend's PC just crashes over and over again. That sucks. That's truly bad. At least I don't have that issue. Although I have blue screened my PC a couple of times trying to close out of OBS before, so it's not unheard of for my computer to do that. It's just kind of rare when it happens. It's due to him refusing to update to Windows 11. My computer literally doesn't even have the proper specs to update to Windows 11. I actually have an excuse for not upgrading, and it's because my computer literally can't run it. I am stuck on Windows 10. My PC every once a week to widescreen. So I have no memory even no memory to even update it. Yeah. Now, if this tells you anything, I'm running everything right at the moment off of a mid-range gaming laptop from 2018. So I hope that says everything it needs to just off the bat. I heard Windows 11 is the worst. Yeah. Every new thing I hear about Windows 11, it's like, maybe it's a good thing I never upgraded, actually. There we go. Besides the PC saying I refuse to work, has your day been long? Uh, Work is I work outdoors for a good chunk of my day, and let me tell you how fucking hot it is where I live. It's pretty bad, um, to say the least. And so like this whole week has just been fucking brutal. Um, so I'm still kind of recovering from that. Fortunately, today is my Friday, which means I'm going into my own personal weekend. Uh, so I will be taking some time for rest and relaxation. I'm gonna be watching movies with my girlfriend tomorrow, and that'll be fun. But yeah, we're gonna theme park, right? Yes, I do. Um, and not just that, but a theme park in Florida. And if you know anything about Florida, especially during the summertime, you know how fucking hot it gets. There we go. Yeah, no, I saw like someone earlier today, like very clearly not used to the climate down here, and like kind of like off to the side, standing in the shade, looking like she was about to pass out. Um, and I couldn't really do much like for her other than just like, you know, hey, remember to drink a lot of water. If you need to go over to this place, there's some AC there. But yeah, no, it's pretty bad. There we go. See, we still have the roof to do. I think I'm gonna call it there, and then I'm gonna come back to this level, and then I'm gonna cry. Oh, God. Manual save. F. There we go. And then... Oh, Jesus. You know what? Before I go for real, I got a piece of furniture, and I'm gonna clean that off real quick. And then I have a good idea of who I'm gonna raid tonight. Because a good friend of mine is not only live, but is celebrating his birthday. With a bunch of other friendos. I might join them here in a bit, actually. But yeah. I'm gonna bounce then. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you for being here for as little as you did. I still appreciate it. Alright, Rav. I see you. I see you. Here we go. Cool. Right there. That works. Alright. On that note, we're gonna head off. I'm gonna go ahead and just... sorry for the abrupt ending, everyone. I just do not have the energy to continue by myself right now. So, in lieu of that, here's what we shall do. We shall go raid Gemini Hero. We're gonna do that. What? Here's the raid message. So you just pulled a turnip raid. Remember that the vibes over there are going to be a little bit different than they are over here. So just remember that. And then, yeah, I got nothing else for you. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.